Ford is one of the few automotive brands that has a legacy that is both intricate and profound. Ford has authored chapters that have defined the industry, from the construction of America's first mass-produced vehicle to its dominance of global motorsports. However, this complex history has resulted in a roller coaster of engineering highs and some jaw-dropping lows. Ford has introduced engines that have revolutionized reliability and performance over the years, while simultaneously releasing others that have become notorious among mechanics and dissatisfied owners due to their numerous issues. Therefore, which engines are most effective and the least effective for Ford? What was it that made them great or dreadful? If you are in the market for a pre-owned Ford, which engine should you prioritize and which should you avoid? In order to provide you with a thorough analysis of Ford's engine legacy, from the legendary to the lamentable, we consulted with master mechanics, reviewed recall data, and analyzed real-world owner experiences. The best, 5.0 Coyote V8, a modern masterpiece. The 5.0 Coyote V8 is the engine that epitomizes a resurgence of Ford performance and engineering excellence. This modern muscle motor, which was first introduced in the 2011 Mustang GT, rapidly established a reputation as one of the most reliable, rev-happy, and mod-friendly V8s of its generation. At its core, the Coyote is a high-revving V8 engine with a dual overhead camshaft DOHC that can exceed 7,000 RPM and generate up to 480 horsepower in stock guise, and even more in special editions such as the Mach 1 and Boss 302. It is not only powerful but also remarkably efficient and lightweight, thanks to the TVCD twin independent variable cam timing and an all-aluminum block. The Coyote engine has been demonstrated in a variety of vehicles, including the Mustang and the F-150, as it effectively balances traditional V8 performance with modern refinement. It has been employed in race vehicles, police interceptors, and even swaps for classic cars. Most importantly, it is designed to endure, as numerous Coyote-equipped vehicles have exceeded 200,000 miles with routine maintenance. The worst, 5.4 L3 valve Triton V8, the cam phaser nightmare. Next, we will explore a more sinister chapter, the 5.4 L3 valve Triton V8, which was installed in millions of Ford vehicles and SUVs from 2004 to 2010, maybe one of the most disastrous engines Ford has ever produced. Initially, it appeared promising due to its modular design, modern valve train features, and adequate torque. However, it was a time bomb that was rapidly approaching from beneath the surface. The engine's most significant deficiency? The infamous cam phasers, components in the variable valve timing system that were susceptible to failure, resulting in engine clatter, timing issues, and a gradual loss of power. The owners described the dreaded diesel rattle noise that reverberated from the front of the engine as the beginning of their nightmare. However, this was not the sole issue. The 5.4 Triton 3V was also infamous for its spark plugs that would break off in the cylinder head during removal, which made a basic tune-up an expensive endeavor. With the inclusion of timing chain tensioner failures, oil pressure issues, and head gasket leakage, the engine has earned its reputation as one of Ford's most despised in history. What if you observe an F-150 or Expedition from the early 2000s that is equipped with a 5.4 Triton engine? Please exercise caution, or allocate funds for an exhaustive engine dismantling. The best? 7.3 L Power Stroke diesel, the king of longevity in the diesel industry. The 7.3 L Power Stroke is one of the few names that evokes as much esteem. This turbocharged beast, which was manufactured until 2003, was introduced in 1994 and played a significant role in the establishment of Ford's Super Duty lineup as a dominant force in the heavy-duty vehicle market. The 7.3 was not the most potent diesel ever produced. However, it compensated for its lack of horsepower with bulletproof reliability. The 7.3 L Power Stroke, which was constructed by Navistar International and is not yet subject to modern emission systems, has a potential to operate for 500,000 miles or more with appropriate maintenance. This engine continues to operate efficiently in numerous ambulances, fleet vehicles, and work rigs. Owners were particularly fond of its simple design, robust low-end torque, and capacity to endure maltreatment. Whether it was towing a fifth wheel across the Rockies or idling for hours on a work site, the 7.3 handled it all with ease. It has become a cult favorite, and used vehicles with this engine now command premium prices due to their reliability. The conclusion? A true diesel legend that Ford has never quite managed to replicate. The worst, 6.0L Power Stroke diesel, a mechanic's goldmine. A masterpiece of the 7.3 was the 6.0L Power Stroke that preceded it was an absolute disaster. In 2003, Ford introduced the 6.0L diesel as a means of complying with more stringent emissions regulations. However, it is infamous for its unreliability, complexity, and exorbitant repair expenses. The 6.0 rapidly established a reputation as a diesel engine that could bankrupt its owner, as it was plagued by head gasket failures, EGR cooler problems, oil cooler clogs, and turbo issues. Even under 100,000 miles, drivers were not uncommonly confronted with /$6,000 plus repair bills. Additionally, customers were frequently obligated to cover the cost of warranty claims due to the fact that Ford and Navistar pointed fingers at one another. The 6.0 is referred to as job security by mechanics. Entire businesses were established to ensure the reliability of this engine by incorporating aftermarket solutions. Although there are success stories of well-maintained 6.0s attaining high mileage, they are the exception, not the rule. Are you the owner of one and have not yet had it bulletproofed? Secure your seatbelt. The best 2.3L EcoBoost i4, small but mighty, not every exceptional Ford engine, is a diesel or a V8 in the contemporary Ford inventory. The 2.3L EcoBoost Inline-4 is an unexpected standout. This compact turbocharged four-cylinder is found in vehicles such as the Mustang EcoBoost, Ford Ranger, and Explorer, and provides impressive horsepower, torque, and fuel efficiency. The 2.3L EcoBoost is a powerhouse that surpasses its weight, generating up to 310 horsepower and 350 pounds FT of torque. It achieves sports car performance with sedan-like fuel economy by employing direct injection, twin-scroll turbocharging, and an aluminum block. The 2.3L has demonstrated its reliability under stress, even when tuned or driven aggressively, in contrast to earlier EcoBoost engines that experience carbon buildup issues. It is a rare combination in the current market, as it is fast, efficient, and versatile. The 2.3L EcoBoost has discreetly evolved into one of Ford's most comprehensive modern engines, as an increasing number of buyers seek power without the thirst of a V8. The worst, 3.8L V6 1980S, 1990S, the head gasket nightmare. The 3.8L V6 was one of Ford's most notorious misfires during the 1980s and 1990s. This engine, which was installed in the Ford Taurus, Thunderbird, Windstar, and other models, rapidly developed a reputation for blowing head gaskets at alarmingly low mileage. Ford was compelled to issue recalls and extended warranties to mitigate the public backlash, as the issues were so pervasive. Coolant leaks, overheating, and complete engine failure were reported by numerous owners before reaching 100,000 miles. What was the cause? The factory's torque specifications are insufficient. The head design is subpar, and the gaskets are thin. Coolant will combine with engine oil following the head gasket's failure, resulting in calamitous internal damage and complete lubrication failure. The sight of a 3.8L V6 was a source of dread for mechanics of the era. It became a symbol of Ford's quality control challenges during the pre-Y2K era and a cautionary tale in engineering circles. Conclusion: a story of two contrasts. Ford's engine history is a tale of two extremes. On the one hand, there are masterpieces such as the 7.3L Power Stroke and 5.0L Coyote, which have earned their position through innovation, durability, and unparalleled quality. By enhancing Ford's image, these engines converted consumers into lifelong loyalists. Conversely, those who were unfortunate enough to possess engines such as a 5.4L Triton, 6.0L Power Stroke, and 3.8L V6 endured emotional and financial repercussions. Ford's reputation was severely damaged by these engines, whether as a result of hurried designs, emissions compromises, or substandard materials. However, Ford's fascination is partially due to this duality. They establish the standard when they achieve it correctly. The consequences of their failure can be excruciating. So, when you are in the market for a Ford, whether it be a family SUV, work vehicle, or muscle car, It is important to be aware of the engines. Ford's distinction between a lemon and a legend frequently rests beneath the hood. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and drop a comment below. We'd love to hear your thoughts.